stream. I just want to say that if anyone has any history questions or any, we can talk about history, we can talk about anything. But if anyone has any questions for me or upcoming history videos and ideas that are coming, that would be lovely. Or if anyone has any history suggestions, say a history that I haven't covered yet, or what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to have I want to do histories that have been undiscovered so I can tell their stories. Like I'm doing the history biography on Travers Robert Goff, and I'm doing the history biography on the Jane Austen, and but histories that are undiscovered. I wanted to do ones on the history of St Mary's Church in Feltham, which is Feltham Church, which is near to me, and also I wanted to focus on the significant history of people like Travers Robert Goff and people like that. And so yeah, so I wanted to focus on people like that, and I also wanted to do a historical documentary on Compton, the village where I went to school, because I've uncovered a lot of rare historical things about it. So yes, and I'm very excited to just study history and just do what I'm passionate about and love, cherish and treasure with all of my passion and all of my history, love and heart and hearts forever. So if anyone has any questions, they can ask it in the live stream. There's no one here right now, but you can ask in the live stream if there's any questions. I also did a these are history biographies that I write. This is one I did on Helen Hirsch after I studied Helen Hirsch and her history and the history behind her. And more recently, I did um, I did a history, an English study of Oscar Schindler and Anne of Green Gables, my favourite book series of all time that I've become very passionately fond of and is very dear to my heart, just like history is, and books and classical literature. And I did one on Joseph Leopold. This is a history biography I did on Joseph Leopold. I'm not sure when this will be coming, but it'll probably be coming soon. So I hope that people can find very interesting, because I really wanted to pick historical figures that are more unknown, like Travers Robert Goff and the history behind St Mary's Church in and the history behind Compton, and just histories that are unknown. I really wanted to focus on, but I do want to make a documentary on the Cottingley fairies. I really would love to make a documentary on the Cottingley fairies, because it just shows the beauty of imagination, but it's just endlessly interesting. So yes, so if anyone has any questions or anything, they can ask it in the live chat. Just get the live chat on. Live chat. Okay. So yeah, these are papers that I write. I also did one today. Yeah, oh, I already showed this. I did this, the English study of Oscar Schindler and Anne of Green Gables. So that was very fun to do. I've become very passionately fond of Anne of Green Gables. It is my favourite book series of all time. Nothing can be more better than Anne of Green Gables, in my personal opinion. It's just incredible. The journey, the imagination, I love it all. So yeah, sorry if I'm being a little bit socially awkward. I'm not. This is one of the first live streams I've ever done, so I'm not very good at it. So yeah. Oh, another history I could show is this. I found while going to out of my passionate love for books and classical literature, I go to the charity shop that's next to my house, and I found this photograph, and I thought it looked like a beautiful. It's not a cottage, but I pictured it as a beautiful cottage, and I turned it around, and it said it was the home of Thomas Hardy from 1885 to 1928, so there'll be a historical biographical documentary coming on him as well. So there are lots of histories that I'm studying, but I just want to say I don't know when the videos will come, because I study history endlessly. I go through papers, letters, documents. I go through everything for hours and hours. So and then I have to make sure that everything is accurate and detailed. So those videos might not be, I don't know when they'll be coming, but hopefully it'll be very soon. But I need to write them. That's why I write them. Because if I don't write them, I might miss out on something, and I might have missed out on something historical that was still forgotten that I didn't get to tell. So I think it's very important that I write them down. And again, that's part of being a historian, is that I study and write, and I'm very passionate about studying and writing history, if you can't tell. So yeah, so that's a very nice thing to do, and very calming and relaxing. So, and yeah. I also got another book from my favourite classical literature author that I'm very passionately fond of, Jane Austen, Pride and Prejudice. And it's got this beautifully artistic cover. It's very elegant, and just uh, I'm just passionate about and love, cherish and treasure everything old, and hate and loathe everything new. That's just who I am, and who I love, cherish and treasure, being with all of my passion and all of my history and classical and books and classical literature, love in heart and hearts forever. Um, I'm probably going to end the stream, but if anyone has any questions, because no one's been on this stream today, it seems it says 0 people. So if anyone has any questions after I've uploaded this, or is excited about the new histories, or just has any questions, then please let me know. But it's been very enjoyable talking, even if it was just to myself. I talk to myself really anyway. So it's just something I do. So yes. So I hope when people watch this, they enjoy it, and are very interested and intrigued and excited as I am, out of my passionate love for history, to just study history and just to write everything. Oh, there is one person. The I was just talking about the upcoming history videos that were coming. The including there was a history biography that I'm writing, that I've written, on Joseph Leopold. This is after going through endless research and documents and papers. It's nice that one person came. So, yes, and I just wanted to focus on histories that were undiscovered, and just bring their stories to life, because there's so many histories out there that have been undiscovered. Travers Robert Goff, the history of St. Mary's Church, the history of Compton, and I really want to bring them to life, because it's unique, but also because it's historically significant and deserves to be much more known than it is. So, and I always write the history down so I don't miss out on everything, but I also make sure it's as accurate as possible. Well, I make sure that it's accurate, final. Because I've had to write things and I've had to cross them out because I realised that it wasn't actually accurate. So I've had to actually find accurate places I can go to write them. But don't worry, everything that's on the History channel is accurate, don't worry. Um, if it ever wasn't, I would delete it. And this is the history biography I wrote on Helen Hirsch. And I would really, and my dream is to study a history and course, and a history and English course at college, when I can go back to college, that is. Um, so yeah, and I also was doing a history biography on Abraham Bankia. He's known, but not very known in terms of, he's known, but he's not very known in terms of the Oscar Schindler story. And then I did my English study of Oscar Schindler and Anne of Green Gables because, like I said before, Anne of Green Gables is beautifully elegant and just impeccably written and just immaculately wonderful. And it's my favourite book series of all time. I've become very passionately fond of. And another history thing I can show is this. Well, out of my passionate love for history, books, classical literature, and overall literature, I go to the charity shop that's next to my house, and I found this. And I found this card, and I thought, even though it's not a cottage, I thought it looked like a wonderful countryside cottage. But I looked at the back of it, and it said it was the home of Thomas Hardy, 1885 to 1928. And immediately I was excited because it was historical. I was immediately excited and knew it was something that I wanted to study. So I've been studying that too. So there are a lot of history videos that are coming. Mainly the history videos that are coming are of unknown histories, the history behind the village of Compton, the history behind the church, St. Mary's Church, and the history of Thomas Hardy that I found on the back of this postcard. So yeah, I just want to say that if anyone has any questions for me about history or books or anything, or what got me passionate about history, you can let me know in the live chat if you want. I'll just put it. Okay. So, yeah. And I also got Pride and Prejudice because I'm very passionately fond of Jane Austen. She's my favourite classical literature author, along with Lucy Maud Montgomery, who wrote Anne of Green Gables. So yeah, that was very nice, and I'm just passionate about and love, cherish, and treasure everything old with all of my passion and all of my history, love and heart, and hate and loathe everything new. that's just who I am, and love, cherish, and treasure being with all of my passion and all of my history and classical and historical and books and studying love and hearts forever. I also got a new book called The Masqueraders. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but I thought it looked historical, so I immediately found an intrigue in it. And I've recently got a new history book that I will be doing a video on. Because I was talking about historical audiobooks. A new history book I got is Servants, a Downstairs View of 20th Century Britain. And it has photographs in here of some historical letters and documents. So there it is. These are the historical letters and documents. I'm very good at when I say I'm very good at studying, I'm very good at finding historical things and finding unknown historical things, and that's why I wanted to share those historical stories to life. And there's more photographs there. And so yes, there is a lot of histories I'm going to be doing, and I'm very passionately excited to share it with everyone. So yeah, so I hope everyone's had a wonderful day, and keep following your dreams in your heart. And there's a lot of histories and undiscovered histories that will be coming very soon. And I hope everyone's had a wonderful day, and yes, history videos are coming very soon, and also new historical and biographical documentaries will be coming soon. And I also wrote the English study of Oscar Schindler and the immaculately wonderful and wonderfully beautiful book series of all time, Anne of Green Gables. So yes. But if anyone, because I'm going to be ending the live stream now, if anyone has any questions about history and the histories I'm doing or what got me passionate about history, please let me know. So yes, that's going to be the end of this video. I showed you the histories that I physically have in my hand. So yes, another thing to know about me, I'm actually related to a historical figure called Mary Wheatland, who rescued people where I live. So I might be doing, so I will definitely do a historical and biographical documentary on her too. But there's a lot of history videos. There is a lot of histories coming, and I just can't wait to passionately study and write all of them down for hours and hours. I could do it all night without any sleep, because I'm just so passionate about history, and I'm so passionate about everything that's historical and classical, and I just love, cherish and treasure everything old. And I could be, and there have been times where I haven't actually been into bed, and I've snuck out of bed and I've wrote for a history I've been studying, and it was hours and hours, but it was hours and hours of my passionate love for history, and it was hours and hours of happiness. And I would probably do it while researching and going through endless letters and documents, making sure they're all accurate. So yeah, but I hope everyone enjoyed the stream, the people who could come. And yeah, and also remember that historical audiobooks are coming soon, so, and this will be one of them. And I'll be doing much more history videos soon. And there are so many history videos coming, and most of them will be of unknown histories, or more publicly unknown histories, because I want their stories to be told, and I want their histories to be discovered, because I really, as someone who's passionate about history, I loved going to undiscovered histories and just uncovering them and bringing their stories to life. So yes, I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and if anyone has any questions for me, please leave it in the comment section after the live stream is ended. So I hope everyone enjoys this video. Keep following your dreams and your heart, and very, very exciting history videos, and very endlessly interesting and intriguing historical biographies and documentaries will be coming very soon. So yes, I hope everyone enjoyed this, and I just can't wait to study history out of my passionate love for history. I just can't wait to study and write for hours and hours today or tonight. So yes, thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.